Jetstar staff, especially at Melbourne, seem extremely uninterested in their jobs.
Gold Coast for $29 and Bali returns for $219. Absolute steal. But here's the catch. While we all love a good cheap flight, nobody likes feeling ripped off, and that's the exact reputation Jetstar just can't seem to shake. Constant complaints, relentless media backlash, and headline after headline of chaos. It's actually a miracle that the airline is still standing. Hang on a sec though, something's different. A brand new terminal in Melbourne and sleek new uniforms. Is this the start of a true transformation, or just another distraction from the same old problems? Well, you're in the right place to find out. Join me from Melbourne back home to Hobart to see whether Jetstar's really capable of change, or whether it's the same old set of problems flying at 38,000 feet. Let's go. Welcome to Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport Terminal 4. Check-in was online, and what should have been an easy bag drop was made overly complicated since the machine just absolutely refused to accept my bags. Tried flagging down a staff member, but wasn't an easy task because they were all quite busy with their personal chats. After some time, someone did eventually come and tag my bag with another barcode that eventually sent my bag on its way. Down grumpily and without any further discussion as to what happened or why it went wrong in the first place. Jetstar also doesn't give you baggage receipts. It's all apparently linked to your boarding pass. So why did a simple bag drop take so long?
So the issue that I have with self-service kiosks are that when things break down or they don't go the way they're supposed to go, there's no one to help you. And the staff today at the check-in counter were just horrible. Like, they were so involved in their own personal conversations, and my bags didn't go through the first time. And when I needed to signal someone down, I had to get someone's attention, and to them it seemed like I was interrupting their personal conversation, it's just not a very good look for the airline.
One thing I genuinely love about the new Jetstar refurbished terminal is the sleek and avant-garde design. It exudes a sense of sophistication and efficiency, which, let's be honest, are not words that one would typically associate with Jetstar. But they've undeniably made significant strides in refining what was once a rather lackluster departure experience. But shiny glossy new refurbishments can't compensate for the general air of indifference coming from their staff. But I do have an unsolicited viewpoint as to why this might be the case.
So I've been trying to piece together why the customer service of Jetstar, especially at Melbourne Airport, is really quite poor, and a lot of the staff just seem really frustrated. If you ever approach them for anything, you get a very monotone response from them. And in the last hour, I've watched passengers board a bunch of different flights, and the amount of passengers that start arguments over overweight bags and try to be difficult is unimaginable. So poor customer service is indefensible, but I can kind of see where it's coming from.
One thing that I really do like about Jetstar is the introduction of their new A320neo service. Now, the Neo has been recently replacing more Hobart-based routes that were previously operated by their backbone A320, which features enhanced fuel efficiency and noise reduction, actually making it one of the quietest planes in the entire Jetstar fleet. And for every negative thing that can be said about Jetstar, and believe me, I agree with some if not most of them, we need to give airlines credit where credit is due. Now, even here in 2025, I'd still consider a flight on these birds purely providential, given that JQ is far from a full-scale rollout of these birds. So, first impressions: refreshed cabin with a sophisticated interior, and cheerful smiles from the cabin crew who seemed really happy to greet their customers, a contrast from their colleagues a few feet below us. They were quite eager to go out and help people, often taking initiative that I haven't seen before. For example, when you book these fares on Jetstar, you're given a meal voucher with your booking. The crew identified which passengers had this voucher and let them know that they were free to use this. A couple of the in-seat features today include ergonomically designed seats, in-seat charging, and seat-back device holders. Your standard seat pitch is roughly 29 inches and about 18 inches wide. Your seat recline, on the other hand, is about 3 inches. Now, to most travelers, it might seem like Jetstar really did master the art of charging for just about everything. But here's the thing about Jetstar. When it first came to be in 2003, it was Qantas's low-cost subsidiary that aimed to provide budget travel without reducing passengers to mere husks of their former selves. And despite Jetstar's relentless commitment to fees and add-ons, Jetstar has actually quite successfully grown into a behemoth of the budget airline world, carrying as many as 25 million passengers annually using its robust network. Currently, Jetstar operates more than 5,000 weekly flights, proving to its customers that affordability and mild suffering are not mutually exclusive. Now, as far as gastronomic pursuits went, Jetstar has an unwavering devotion to monetizing every aspect of its service, but a buy-on-board product should come as no surprise given that some full-scale airlines feature this for their less prioritized routes. Now, if you're on that Melbourne to Honolulu flight with Jetstar, it certainly might seem like the most basic sustenance will require some financial trade-off, but for a 1-hour flight to Hobart, that certainly wasn't the case. That being said, we have a voucher to spend, so why the hell not? Pepsi Max and a slice of tea cake was probably the pairing that yelled I had no better options. Now, the can itself was carbonated, vaguely reminiscent of cola and imbued with that distinctive aspartame-infused essence. The tea cake, on the other hand, was unique. Served with some frigid indifference, it was neither warm nor particularly inviting. However, it was technically edible, which will meet the requirements for today's flight, but definitely not on a longer flight where I'd be a bit less lenient. It had a combination of dense sponge and hardened nostalgia. Now, in terms of Jetstar's fleet, Jetstar welcomed the A321 Neo Long Range, a technological marvel in its fleet. But this aircraft is a godsend for budget travelers, well, at least if you put it up against their backbone A320. For example, the enhanced passenger comfort is not exactly a subjective viewpoint, it is objectively better. And don't get me wrong, it still holds a firmly no-frills flavor, but the LED mood lighting and marginally better seat dimensions put it above the rest. Also, being 20% more fuel efficient, it helps Jetstar pocket those additional savings. Whether they actually pass those savings on to their customers, I'm not entirely sure. Now, while Jetstar might have an eternal battle with punctuality, in January 2025 its on-time arrival was 69.7%, meaning that there is a not insignificant chance you will spend some quality time bonding with the terminal seating. So as far as my final thoughts on Jetstar go, we'll take a look at the check-in, airport experience, service, and overall flight experience. Now, the main benefit that you get from flying Jetstar is lower fares. Also, today's aircraft was a top-notch budget experience, probably one of the best I've had, but remember, getting this aircraft is a pure gamble. You can try and make sure that your ticket indicates this to increase your chances of flying this bird. Also, the cabin crew today really stepped up today, providing us with some excellent and cheerful customer service. Finally, Melbourne's refurbished terminal also provides travelers with a seamless travel experience. Now, on the flip end of the spectrum, Jetstar absolutely needs to retrain their ground staff on how a customer interaction should take place. And I'm not expecting 5-star customer service from a budget airline, but treating your customers like human beings instead of a nuisance goes a long way. Also, in terms of catering, I don't know what the tea cake was, but it's seen better days for sure. In the end, Jetstar is precisely what it aims to be, a low-cost carrier that gets the job done with some delays every now and then. With an unwavering dedication to passenger fees, it's surprisingly still tolerable. And as for our final outcome, this is how Jetstar performed. Remember to comment, subscribe, hit the bell button icon, and follow me for more content. You can also access exclusive content on my TikTok and Instagram pages for absolutely free. I'll see you all in another video. Have a pleasant day. Bye bye.